today's recipe is just going to be a cookie recipe because you're always going to have, vegan cookies in your fridge, so that when, friends come over and they have crappy coffees because you're hopeless at making coffees, you've got to redeem yourself with the cookie. So here's my recipe for today. I'm using quite a few seeds. I've got poppy seeds, chia seeds and sesame seeds. Listen, this is just an open recipe again, and you make sure that you play around with the seeds. I'm also using dried pear for my dried fruit, but again you can just use any dried fruit you like. Don't use raisins all the time, they're boring. Get some, go to your supermarket or whatever, Whole Foods, wherever you buy your shit from, and then find some nice dried fruit and use that. Play around with the recipe. There you go. So here's the cookie recipe. Hope you like it. To make the pear, chocolate and oat cookies, you're going to start with 60 grams of plain white flour and 60 grams of rye flour. To that we're going to add 60 grams of sugar, so it's easy to remember 60, 60, 60. Then we're going to give this a little mix, and now we can add a pinch of salt. Just get your whisk in there to give it a bit of a mix. Make sure that you get all the sugar lumps out. Just use your fingers if you have to. And then we're going to add the seeds. I have 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, 1 tablespoon of poppy seeds, white poppy seeds, 1 tablespoon of sesame seeds, 2 tablespoons of crushed nuts. Today I'm using peanuts. 2 tablespoons of vegan chocolate chips, 2 tablespoons of dried pears, which I have chopped up. You can use the dried fruit of your choice, it doesn't have to be pears. And 40 grams of rolled oats, or 4 tablespoons of rolled oats. Using a spoon, just give that a quick mix. Watch out for the sugar lumps, make sure you don't have any left over. You can check later when you get your fingers in there to mix. And then we're going to add the last ingredient, which is 60 grams of canola oil. After giving the mixture a little mix with a spoon, go ahead and get in there with your fingers to bring the cookie dough to a nice, till it forms a ball, and then you're going to put it onto your oven tray. Okay, the cookie dough's come together nicely. This is what it's looking like. It's sort of nice and sticky, but not overly sticky. So you're going to just basically put that onto your oven tray with the parchment paper, and then just using your hands, just spread it out to the thickness that you want the cookies. I usually do about ½ centimeter, and you don't want them too thick, but if you do want them thicker, that's fine too. So spread that out till it gets to the sort of nice even flat piece. So as you can see, I've flattened this out into 25 centimeters in diameter, and it's about half a centimeter thick, I'd say. And now just go in with your cookie dough cutter, whatever shapes and sizes you like, and yeah, just go ahead and make the cookies. The cookies are now ready for baking in a 180 degrees Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit oven for 18 to 20 minutes. Yeah, so there you go. I tell you, you know, once you get this recipe down, keep the flour, keep the cornstarch, the oil amount, and you know, just swap the other ingredients that you put in, like the seeds, the nuts. I used peanuts. You can use anything: walnuts, cashews, almonds, or a mixture of them. You know, play around with your cookies. I also recently bought some grated coconut shredded coconut that I've been, you know, throwing into my cookie dough recently, and it's so nice, you know. Also, the oil, instead of canola oil, you can use coconut oil or vegetable oil or olive oil for that matter. So, you know, you really just have to come up with your own ideas and, you know, substitute things, open your fridge and your, you know, cupboards and see whatever you have and use that. Right, so here is the final product, the cookie, and they are really good. You know, I'm forced to make these again because I always say, living in Sendai, not so many vegan options, so, but it works out better for me because, you know, I'm forced to cook a lot of my stuff, and therefore it means that I know exactly what's going into the food that I'm putting into my stomach and my body. So in a sense, I'm better for it. So anyway, the cookie taste test. Itadakimasu. Yum. Enjoy. Try one. Cookie away, vegan away, and see you next time.